You're up.
All right, what were you gonna ask me?
Did you guys have jobs when you started? I got some pretty good content. I mean, taste the biscuit.
Have you changed your ringtone yet?
I want to, but if it costs money, I can't do it. I'm too poor. A lot of people have been through what I've been through. There's a lot of people that made a lot of money and lost it all.
Briefly, what have you been through?
I do. But she's likable. Started with nothing, became a multimillionaire, like lots of millions. More than anyone ever needs. And I watched it all go to zero.
I would go faster if I could. My calves are screaming.
Post-leg day recovery.
Post-leg day. So I'm walking all special.
So we're actually taking a walk. We're gonna go meet Patrick. You guys will meet Patrick soon. I got a surprise for Patrick. And she's got a surprise for all of us because we don't always record together on this channel, on any channel. And I asked her to make a video and she did, but I have no idea what video she made. And she's just giggling and laughing here. So I'm gonna have to preview it to figure out the title and thumbnail, but no clue what went down. But this is it, folks. This is life, our life, my life, your whatever. And I was thinking about this. Whatever she said is fine, and whatever you guys say is fine. And this isn't an argument of freedom of speech. This is merely a acceptance of what this is. My life, your life, our life. More importantly, my channel, your channel, our channel. And it is what it is. You guys have just as much benefit as we do. And us having the ability to create whatever we want, and you having the ability to watch whatever you want. Now, if I want to create content, a discussion, a conversation, a video, whatever it may be, that happens to discuss negative comments, I should be able to do that.
And they should be able to not watch it if that's not what they want.
I should be able to do whatever I want.
On your channel.
Yes, our channel.
Yeah.
Which there seems to be some confusion about that. But I shouldn't only be locked in, pigeonholed, trapped in this box that I've told you guys about before by anti-negativity. Yeah. From which it, in my opinion, produces positivity. Or at least positive thinking or positive response or reaction. So I'm not saying that's all I'm gonna create, but I'm not gonna limit myself and prevent myself from saying what I want, pressing record when I want, doing what I want.
Yeah.
And I hope that you didn't do that either.
Not at all. That's why I'm laughing.
But yeah, that's it. So I just want to put that out there because as we sit down and talk to Patrick, I need to make it abundantly clear that this is yours. This is your life. This is your channel. Make the best of it, the most of it, whatever you want. There should be absolutely no reason why somebody says, oh, I can't talk about that on my channel.
Very true. Now nobody's at the gym.
Where's Patrick?
Probably sitting in the couches. See?
There he is. He's looking all comfy.
Hey, if you got a quarter, I'll give you a smooch.
I owe you.
I owe you.
No, I'm really
There he is.
I'm hungry.
Holy crap, you got a gimbal and everything.
Yeah, I'm meeting Jeff at 1, so I don't know if you guys want to stick around.
Okay, cool.
Meet him.
Every time. I
don't know how
can't
to
do
Chase
it.
people around.
I suck at this.
Yeah, what is it? Like,
It's a stabilizer.
It's a stabilizer.
What iPhone do you have?
So
Is it
garbage.
Is it 11, 13, 14?
Probably around 11.
Okay, okay.
People have it as their ringtone on their phone now. Taste the biscuit.
Have you changed your ringtone yet?
I want to, but if it costs money, I can't do it. I'm too poor.
So, two questions for you. One, why do you want to get started? As you mentioned.
Well, I have great content, but I think it's great content. Maybe not, but I got to pay back some people. And I mean, legally, I don't have to. I filed for bankruptcy. Morally and ethically, these are my friends.
Yeah.
There's two of them. I got to get that paid back, and it's a lot of money. It's over $500,000 total.
Yeah.
Not $1 million, but it's under $1 million. But it's a lot of money, and people that were stepped up when I was down and out. I can't enjoy anything until I pay them back. I really can't.
Understandable.
I do self-torture to myself. I'm harder on myself. I text a group text one time and it caught another guy off guard that shouldn't have been on the text. And I said, damn, he looks so old. I said, he probably isn't gonna be here much longer, or something like that. He was on the text. I slept on, my family thinks I'm
I do
weird.
that kind of crap all the time.
I slept on the floor with no covers for 3 nights to torture myself. Because I felt like such a dick.
Yeah.
I didn't want to get comfortable because
Yeah.
I hurt that guy and I
Yeah.
didn't want to hurt him.
Yeah.
He's a good dude. But I was telling the truth. He ended up dying. He had cancer. But I shouldn't have said that. I was just mean.
He'd still be
I'm not a
alive.
mean person. That was mean. So I tortured myself. Kevin, that phone looks like you beat that one up.
Yes.
Get a lot of use out of that.
So then the other question is, you got Squirrel Tribe here, which you watch her content.
I do. But she's likable.
What questions you got?
Oh, I got 1 million, but I kind of covered a couple already. But I've said this to you before. You're magnetic because people, they fall in love with you and they believe you and they trust you and you have that you have that face and that demeanor.
So
So
you're looking to get started.
yeah, I got to get
You're
started.
looking to get started. You have a creator that you watch right here in front of you. Like, think about
Success.
Think about when you start your restaurants or any business, what it would be like to have the opportunity to ask those questions before you get started.
I love it.
So
This is it.
Go for it from day one, getting started. You just started your channel. What do I do? How do I do this?
So we kind of did this already, but I'm going to go ahead and we're going to go over it one more time. Kevin and Michelle are the ones that got me to even start to think about doing this. And I'm like, there's no money in this. You can't do it. And it's not all about the money. I got some pretty good content. I mean, a lot of people have been through what I've been through. There's a lot of people that made a lot of money and lost it all.
Briefly, what have you been through?
Started with nothing, became a multimillionaire, like lots of millions, more than anyone ever needs. And I watched it all go to zero. And so my channel is going to be a lot about that. It's going to be about alcoholism. I'm in recovery, sober for a lot of years, but it doesn't matter. It could all go away today with one little sip.
My brain is going the rise and fall of a good man. Like that's
Rise, fall, rise.
yes, rise, fall, rise of a good man.
Yeah, I want to make one more comeback because I got to pay some people back. Then I can go completely broke.
That would be one hell of a story.
Yeah, there's peace though in going broke. There really is. My phone doesn't ring. Nobody calls me. Nobody's trying to get me. Nobody's asking me questions. Nobody works for me. I probably had 5,000 to 10,000 employees in my life.
So now you don't have to worry about people relying on you.
Nothing.
Which is definitely freeing when decisions you make won't impact that many lives at the same time.
And now
as business owners,
And I don't own anything anymore. I don't
Now
own
you're
any.
in Florida. You started this business was in Chicago.
Yes, everything was Chicago.
Different time,
So-
different state, different place, different everything.
Yeah, but I don't bitch about it. I had a good run. I had 10 restaurants total, clothing store, car wash, service company, a bunch of other little business. I did real estate spec and then trading.
You're like the real life Monopoly guy.
No, I'm just a hack. I'm a guy that if I saw an opportunity, I'll do it.
That's smart.
I'll
That's
try
an
it.
entrepreneur.
Yeah.
I mean,
That's
And
smart
then-
businessman.
And then I couldn't sit still, so we did. The trading was great. I mean, that was free money. This is when I talk about I'm out of the system. When you're in the system, everything's easy. Like I used to say, why don't people buy equities? And if you had millions of dollars, which I never did in my life until I was 30, in my 30s, I had all these millions of dollars, and I thought, I would say to my dad, why don't you buy the stock for like 5 seconds and let it go up 10 cents? And if you had, if you have millions of dollars, you can buy 100,000 shares. So every penny is 1,000, and just go for a dime. And if you look at these charts, I would say, Dad, look, these things are so boring. As long as there's no news on the company or no, earnings aren't coming out or some lawsuit's going to start. If it's just the systematic everyday chart, you can pick off the range for dimes. So I did it. I think my first trade was like $1 million. So I bought $1 million worth of, and it went up 10 or 20 cents, and I made, lots of thousands. And then I did it again, and like after the day, I'm like, wait, I just made like over $20,000 just stealing money from the stock market. What? This shouldn't be legal, but it was.
Have you seen the new movie Dumb Money?
No.
You need to watch Dumb Money then, because it's basically...
it was a little different, though.
It was a little different, but it's very interesting. As somebody who understands the stock market and things like that, you might get a kick out of it.
I don't understand it. I'm not that smart. I literally said, this is just like what a little kid should think.
It takes money to make money.
Slide your money in here for 4 or 5 minutes, and a lot of times it goes the other way, too.
Oh, yeah.
And you have to, I didn't know this early on, but you got to puke up your losses as much as you get your gains.
Yeah.
And so if something goes against you, you got to puke it up and get out of it, and then and either move into another equity or another device to trade that with. But there's it got stupid. Like then I had like 7 million in my account, and I was trading monster. There's an article that was written about me. I was the largest trader they had on the platform I was using. I didn't want to be the largest trader. I'm like, I hated Friday afternoons when the market closed because I had to wait till Monday before the stock market opened. No, but then I started.
Then you become like weirdly addicted to it. It's like its own sort of addiction.
Equities, oil, Bitcoin, all the things that go 24 hours never turn off. If you're an addict like me, you'd go and
find new things.
Trade the oil market or trade currencies, trade the Forex trade. So, yeah, it's a disease. But it was free money, man. I'm telling you, then the millions became lots of millions, and I took hits where I lost just over $1 million in a day, and that sucked. But I had 2 days where I made over $1 million in a day. But most of the time, it was ridiculous amount of money. My little brother, who's in the Peace Corps and lived in Africa. He's lived all over the world, but here, and he's not a big fan of the capitalistic system. And he stayed with me when one of his visits, and he watched me trade at the open in the morning. And I think within 30 seconds, I picked up 13 grand. He goes, "What was that?" And I said, "I opened with this, I sold with this. Here's the net proceeds." He goes, "Wait, it says 13,000. That was like, under half a minute." And I go, "Yes, I do it all day long." And he said, "This isn't fair." And I'm like,
life isn't fair.
It isn't fair, but it's capitalism, man. It's there if you want it. And
you just have to be smart enough to figure out how to get it.
Yeah, to me it was just a game. It was fun. I wanted to win.
It's like Frogger.
But the money then, it's like, shit, what do you do with all this money? It was just ridiculous.
Chocolate cake.
That's a great story. I can't wait to hear the rest of them, man.
Well, Jeff, everything's great until you have a heart attack in the middle of a trade.
Yeah.
And it was 2:30 or
Title, by the way.
it was 2:20. It wasn't a heart attack. It should have been worse. It should have been a stroke and death. But I was in AFib, and I was in a trade, and I said, shit, the market's closing in 40 minutes. I'm going to pick up one more $10,000 trade. So add another 10 grand to the day. So I jump in on some I don't even know. Half the time I don't even know what these companies do. But if they're movers, I jump in on them. And I figure I'm going to pick this off for maybe a nickel. I'm not even going to go a full dime because I don't have there's 40 minutes left. It could happen in 15 seconds. So I punch my order and it fills. It's like a $3.5 million trade. And it goes immediately against me by 30 cents. So that's 30 grand, like instantly. And I'm like,
you trying to get a nickel, you lost 30 cents.
It was like within a minute, I'm down 30 grand. But that's trading. It doesn't bother me. So I'm like, and I have a tolerance of about 50 grand, and then I got to puke it up. But it didn't do that. It was going, and all of a sudden I start feeling my heart, and I said, "Mary," she was in, I don't know, the second floor. I go, "Mary." I go, I'm having a heart attack. And something went on. My heart was going whoop, 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 all over the place. I'm dizzy, and she goes, I'll call 911. I said, no, I'm not going to make it. Literally. So we get in the car. And in the car ride from our house in Winnetka to whatever hospital we were going to, I just said, floor it, go through the red lights. I said, I'm not going to make it. And I was not doing well. So a cop saw Mary racing through red lights and pulled up. And then she said, my husband's having a heart attack. So we got a police escort all the way to the hospital. I come in, and they called, obviously, and said there's 45, I think it was 45 years old, guy coming in with chest pain, blah, blah, blah. So I get in there. I'm in the middle of the trade. It's now 10 minutes to 3, and the market's closing, and all I'm telling Mary is, call Ryan on this number, the trading floor, and get me out of the position at market. Just say, puke it at market. And I go, just repeat that. So I'm still there, and they're working on me. My heart rate's 260. I'm going to have a stroke. And they're literally, I got all these doctors around me, and all I'm doing is worried about the $3 million, but I'm dying. And on the car ride, you got to hear Mary tell this story. I told Mary all the people I loaned money to. I had money out everywhere. And I said, because if I die, you know, this guy owes us 50 grand. This guy owes us 26 grand. I did 5 grand to these little guys. And I gave her the whole, she goes, why would you loan all that money on it? I don't know, but I'm dying. I don't care.
You can't be mad at me while I'm dying.
It's not going to matter in 10 minutes. So anyway, I just looked at her. I go, you know, I'm sorry, but fuck this shit. Call Ryan. He's my direct contact. He'll get me out of the trade. Anyway, I think I passed out or something happened. They wheeled me in a room. They had to shock me. They shaved my chest, put a big pad here, and they put a big pad on my back, and then they twilight you, and then they zap you. They restart your heart. And so I woke up. I was okay. The heart was reset, and had a nice burn mark here and a burn mark on my back.
That sounds painful.
But I was alive, and I felt pretty good. So I went.
And Mary sold the stuff at market.
So this is the best part. I wake up, and I don't know. It's like 9 o'clock at night, and now I look at her and I go, "Give me my computer, please." And so I look at the computer. I go, "Did you get me out of the trade?" She goes, "Yes, yes." And he confirmed it. I've got all the stuff. And I said, "I don't give a shit. Let me see how much I lost." Because now I haven't looked at the screen, you know, before that. I don't know. The thing could have I could have been down 40, you know, ridiculous money, millions. So I made $37,000 because of that delay and Mary getting me out of the trade. It had, you know, they moved. They were.
What was the stock? What was
I don't know.
So it's a good thing you had a heart attack, or else you would have lost 30 grand.
She made me $37,000.
Yeah, she made you $37,000.
You were down 30, you come out up 37.
And I don't know where the market was in the 20 minutes that happened. And
So
obviously it moved another 30.
67.
What's that?
Technically, she made you 67, because if you would have sold at down 30.
Yeah, and then the doctors were asking,
In a
did
way.
you have anything crazy happen? I go, no, I was just in the middle of a trade working. They go, oh, you're a trader? I go, well, not really, but I'm a restaurant guy. And then the guy said, well, was it a stressful situation? I said, no, it was like a $3.5 million trade, and I was down like 30 grand in 15 seconds. And he goes, that's very stressful. And I go, no, it's actually not.
I feel like I do this all day. It's not a big deal.
But they actually thought that that's what it was. Is that I got upset about it. I'm like, never looked at a screen after that. And subsequently, we lost that income. Mary said, you could never, ever, ever do that again. Ever trade again. You can't do it. You heard what the doctor said. So I don't think I was affected, but that's what they said I was affected. I didn't think I was, though.
So we just sat down with Patrick for a little bit. And we ended up having a long talk.
Yeah.
Getting caught up a little bit, I guess. And we got some clips from that we want to share with you. I'll end up putting the full conversation on Patreon, and looking forward to him getting his channel started.
Oh yeah. People, I mean, everybody that likes me will like Patrick, and I think everybody that likes you will like Patrick. It's a weird thing, because not everybody likes both of us, but I think everybody will like Patrick.
I like how Patrick, Patrick, you know, he likes you for sure. I mean, if you think about it, you break it down YouTube, right? Odds are not in my favor. Okay? Women are gonna like you. and men are gonna like it. For a variety of reasons, especially given the type of content and conversations that you share. For me, if I'm gonna go at it from the perspective of business, money, content creation, strategy, I'm already in a much smaller pool. And then I'm not, you know, the most likable, bubbly personality, you know? It is
But they say relationships are opposites, yin yang, and that's you and me.
Yeah. But it's funny because Patrick's like, you know, he's worried about these things. It's like, well, even though I'm not, it doesn't matter. And some people will say, well, Kevin, you're boring. Okay. I mean, I didn't intentionally try to be exciting. Like, I had something I wanted to say, so I said it. But then the videos where I'm not boring, oh, you know, whatever. But what's most important is that you just do it.
Yeah.
You just press record, you just tell the story and not worry about anything else.
I agree.
And he's at an advantage. He's at a huge advantage because
He's got years on him, so he's got a lot of...
no, he's got no audience. He's got no precedent.
Oh, that's what you mean. Okay.
He's starting from the scratch.
Started from the bottom.
And he's got no preconceived notions of YouTube whatsoever.
None. He only watches me, he said.
Like, you couldn't ask for a better starting point.
Yeah.
And I'm extremely excited to see how this is going to go.
Yeah.
And also to document and share his progress and success along the way.
Yeah, I agree.
And honestly, I think it's better that we're waiting till now to do it versus a year ago when the algorithm was different.
I agree with that too.
So just say, hey, my name's Patrick, and check out my YouTube channel.
Hey, my name's Patrick, and check out my YouTube channel. It's Destin60. And thanks for listening to my bullshit.
I can tell you my problems, meditating my silence. But I keep pushing my pen, rotating my stylus. Brokenness feeling like sin, now no breath, low dollar. Used to be left on red, now all the girls go holler. Now all the girls go follow. All the fake friends gon' pop.